Hello and a warm welcome along to my last show before the holiday. Although I'm not going off till Tuesday, this is the last one before I disappear in a puff of smoke for 3 whole weeks. And I have been preparing, boys and girls. I have been preparing. I have bought new clothes. I just don't care anymore. I'm not one that usually likes going out and buying new clothes, as I'm sure you've noticed from the shirts that I've worn over the years. I've been wearing shirts on this programme. Those of you that watch the show, you can watch as well as listen to this particular show. Just go to UnitedKingdomRadio.co.uk and I haven't hit the record button, have I? There we go. Just choose either watch or listen on there, whatever you want. If you're watching a recording of this, then you can watch or listen again by going to UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. Now the question is, are you with us live? Or indeed, are you watching or listening to a recording? Okay, have a look at your clock now. If it is 3:05 on Saturday, the 8th of January 2011, if that's the time where you are with, that is with you now, then you are, is that the right, did I say that right? If that's the time where you are now, you are indeed with us live, okay? Saturday, the 8th of January 2011, coming up to 6 minutes past 3. You are with us live. If it's any other time you're listening or watching a recording. Now, I'm just looking at myself. I've got a little monitor in front of me, and I've just realised I've got a bit of a tan. Even before, or actually, it might be the sun coming through the curtains. I have to close the curtains here, because if I don't, then one side of the face is all white and the other side is all dark, and a bit like an eclipse. Yes, I've put on so much weight, I'm now like a constant eclipse, boys and girls. It's terrible. It's terrible. I have been preparing. I've put a few items in the case. I hope all the paperwork is together. I've put spare pills in the case. I take 3 lots of pills. I'm terrified that I'm going to run out of pills. I take a couple of pills every morning for something. And I have a set in my bag that goes in the plane, in the belly of the plane, which gets very cold. I have set in my hand luggage, and I have a set on my person. 3 lots. I'm terrified about running out of those things. So I've done that. I've put a little asthma thing in both bags. And so far I've put a few T-shirts in, and that's about it so far. I might do some more when I finish. I do like to be prepared. I'm not actually going until Tuesday night. But I bought some more bits and pieces. I went out with my friend Ron on Thursday. I went round to see him this week. And I purchased some nice T-shirts, a nice black one. Okay, little black one. Not a bad price. These are £25 each, these T-shirts. Now, good quality ones. So I don't mind paying £25 for a high quality T-shirt. I've got a lovely, like a racing green colour. I mean, that one's a lovely colour. I think it's my favourite colour, green. It was my mum's favourite colour as well. I think my favourite... Oh, my God, there's a cat hair on it already. Honestly, what is this cat doing? This is the trouble with having pets, isn't it? The hair's going... Oh, don't you... Have you ever looked at your hoover? When you finished hoovering and you've got a cat or a dog? All those hairs, oh, they're vile. And they get in my chest, they really do. So I've got that and that. And I've also got a mauve one. Now, I can't remember. I've got a lovely mauve... What is this? Ralph Lauren thing is £25 each, so that's not bad, is it? 3 T-shirts there. Now, I don't, as I said on the last show, I don't like to take a very big case on holiday. I don't take one of those huge cases. I've done that in the past, and they're a nightmare to struggle around with these huge cases, so I don't bother with those anymore. So I do wear each T-shirt 4 or 5 times. Now, you're probably thinking... By the end of that, they are quite smelly, and you would be right. Actually, you would be right. Okay, I'll have to try and wash something while I'm there. I don't usually do washing on holiday, but I can't be taking, 1 T-shirt for every day. What would that be? That would be like 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That would be 21 T-shirts. And again with the shorts. Now, there's a story behind the shorts, I'm afraid. Okay, I've got 1 pair of shorts, really nice ones, that actually Ron gave me a few weeks ago. I didn't want them anymore, so I had those, and they fit. Now, when I was up his house on Tuesday, no, Thursday, I said, oh, I need to get some more shorts. He says, oh, I've got a few spare pairs here. And he bought these out, and I looked at them, and you know, I knew straight away they are not going to go up my bum. They really aren't. They will not go that far around my waist. They will disappear into myself. They won't pull up above my waist. They will not. I looked at him, and he's got no idea. I've come to the conclusion he's not got no idea of timings and the size of things. I knew straight away. It's like when I'm driving from place to place, I'll say to him, how long is it to get to so-and-so from your house? And they'll say, oh, it's easy, that's about 20 minutes. And you start the journey, an hour later you're still driving. He's got no idea with timings. And also, it would appear, clothing sizes. You know, these things were just not big enough. And I said, what size are they? He said, they're a medium. I said, well, I'm not a medium at the moment, am I? I'm a large. You know, I'm admitting it now, boys. I'm admitting it to you. I am a large. Oh, it makes me so sad being a large. Anyway, so he had nothing available, really. So today, I've gone out on my bike, as I do always on a Saturday, down to the shops. We can't afford to take a car out during the daytime, dear. Have you seen the price of fuel? I am paying £1.30.9 a litre now. That's what it is. You lot in America, you think you've got it bad there? It's £1.31 per litre. I'll tell you what that is. Just a moment. Let me just go on my conversion table thing. What is it again? Sterling to US. Will that work? Oh, yes, of course. Okay. So, £1.30, say £1.30 a litre. Converting to American, we are paying $2.01 per litre of fuel now. Per litre, okay? Not gallon, litre. Oh, you don't want me to convert that at all. That will become very complicated for me. I can't do it, dear. Can't do it. Can't do it. You'll have to work that out yourself. We are paying $2.01 per litre of fuel now. It's just going up and up and up. And you know, what can you do about it? I don't think there's nothing you can do, is there? There is nothing you can do about it. Do you think... I mean, in this country, a lot of that is tax. An awful lot of the money we pay for fuel is on tax. It really is. I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Nothing at all. I also notice on the very few stations here in the UK that sell gas, you know, that auto gas stuff. Now that used to be half the price of diesel, or indeed petrol. Diesel and petrol are, well, they used to be the same. They don't seem to be. Diesel is now dearer than petrol in this country. I don't know why that's happened, but it has. Now, auto gas used to be half the price of petrol, okay? But petrol is now £1.25 a litre, okay? And the auto gas is 80p a litre. So that's gone up as well, isn't it? It just goes up and up, all this fuel, and I don't think there's an awful lot we can do about it. Anyway, so during the daytime, we don't take the car out, dear. We only bring the car out for those long, arduous, oh, I've got hiccups. Long, arduous journeys into London. So I got on my bike, went down, and I thought, right, I'll pop into the bank, I shall get a little bit of money, and I shall buy a couple of pairs of shorts. Of course, at this time here in the UK, it is January. We are in the middle of winter. Difficult to buy any, you know. They're just not available at the moment because everyone's got their winter bits and pieces and what have you. So not really available. However, I went in my favourite department store here in Bracknell, Bentalls, and a very nice gentleman assisted me. I said, have you got any shorts at all? I said, I know it's the wrong time of year. He said, yes, we've just got a few pairs over there, sir, if you'd like to come with me. So I went over there, and they had a few very nice pairs of shorts, actually. All on sale as well. So I thought, there's no way we're going to get into the 32. I'll pick up a couple of 34s and I'll just choose which one I... So there were only like two types there. One was like a checked, almost like the shirt I'm wearing. I've got a checked shirt on today. So that was, one pair was like a checks, you know, and the other pair were like khaki, you know, the sort of things, with a little belt on as well. So I took them into the dressing room, and this old woman was standing there with glasses. Bless her heart, she must have been about 60. As I went in, I said, now no peeking, you know, as a joke, and she just gave me the filthiest of looks. You can't talk to people, can you? What is it with people? You know, you cannot talk to them. They're such miserable gits, all of them. This was an old woman, about 60. I'll give her a little laugh. No peeking, no peeking, I said to her. And she just looked at me like I come from another planet. Oh well, her loss, not mine. Anyway, I was going to actually leave a little corner of the curtain open so she could peek inside, because I don't suppose she's seen anything as fit as me for years, to be honest. You know. I mean, I expect the husband's roughly about the same age as her, unless she's a cougar. Unless she's a cougar and she's got one of those toy boys. I think I might become a cougar at some point. I'm 48 next month. Do you want to write that down? 5th of February, okay? 5th of February, 48 years old. And, you know, if I had another half, I'd want him to be sort of 32 to 36. Does that make me a cougar? Or do they need to be younger than that, really? About 32 to 36 I'm after, something like that. Does that make me a cougar? Or maybe a hamster? Maybe I'm a hamster. Anyway, so we're in the shop. I've taken my tracksuit bottoms off. I've put these shorts on. Do you know, I couldn't even do them up. I mean, it wasn't even a case of breathing in and doing them up. I couldn't do them up. End of story. There must have been an inch and a half's gap between the button on the shorts and the hole that you put the button in. I am shocked. I know that the weight's been going on, okay, but to not be able to get into a pair of size 34 shorts is a little bit, you know, disheartening, shall we say. Of course, when I go and work in the gay clubs, right, people can't wait to tell you how much weight you've put on and how much hair you've lost and how old you're looking. Doesn't happen in the straight places ever. Not once. Ever. I've been working in both sorts of clubs. Gay clubs for 20 years. Straight pubs for 30 years. I don't think there's a single occasion where someone in a straight club has ever mentioned any of those things. In the gay place, you get it at least twice a week. At least. But for myself, I shouldn't be listening to other people. For myself, I'm disappointed with myself that this has happened. Now, I do talk about this an awful lot. I don't think I'm eating that much more than I usually do, if at all. I don't eat endless bags of crisps, endless bars of chocolate. I have the occasional bag of crisps. Okay, this week I've had 2 small bags of crisps. Chocolate? None. No chocolate. Ice cream over the whole week, half a tub. Although that was in one session. There's another half a tub for me to have after I've finished the show. I've got that crunchy ice cream. Have you had that? Oh, God. Oh, I tell you what, crunchy ice cream in a big tub. Better than sleeping with someone. Absolutely. Oh, I know there's one or two of you out there now saying, yeah, but you haven't tried me yet. Absolutely not. Crunchy ice cream is actually... You don't need to get married, lads. All you need to go and do is buy yourself the occasional tub of Cadbury's ice cream, £3.49. Quite expensive. Sorry, crunchy ice cream. Crunchy ice cream, £3.49. It may sound expensive, but let me tell you, it's a lot cheaper than a wife. It really is. Just buy one of those. One of those will sort you out too. Don't be greedy. Don't have the whole tub in one go, okay? I'll allow you half a tub a day. Half a tub of that a day. You don't need a wife. You don't need a wife. Just sit there, get your thing out, and your thing, what is it? Your tub of ice cream out. Just get your tub of ice cream out. Put the telly on. Lovely football match on for you. Those of you that like football. Or cricket. I mean, what's all that about? Cricket. England are leading 235 overs for 7 wickets and 4 outs. What the hell does that mean? Eh? What on earth is cricket all about? How the hell do you know who's winning and who's losing? Unless the commentator tells you. I'm so sorry to my Australian friends. We collected that award once again, didn't we? Oh well. One of those things. How embarrassing to lose on your own ground. But I don't know how it works. Cricket. One of the mysteries of life. One of our presenters here on United Kingdom Radio, it would appear, likes darts. And he's not your typical dart player. He's not one of those great big enormous blokes, you know, who sit there drinking lager and so. Do you remember it on the telly in the 70s, darts? I mean, they used to be smoking away on there, drinking lager and all that. It's a bit like the snooker, of course. You remember the Hurricane Higgins. Oh, how sad was that? He died last year. But I always remember he used to be smoking away at that snooker table. Travis Mitchell, he likes darts. Will someone please explain to me the excitement of sitting there watching someone throwing some rusty old nails at a piece of cork on the wall? Where is the excitement in that, please? I want to know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Anyway, so back to the weight thing. Yeah, it's disappointing. Now, when I went to see my doctor, one of the things I have a little problem with is asthma, and I've recently gone on this steroid spray. 1 in the morning and 1 at night. Would settle you down, she told me. Within 2 weeks, it had settled down. And I rarely, very, very, very rarely now need the blue asthma thing, which is the one that gives you instant relief. You know, if you're sitting there, you have this, and you hold it, and literally within 10 seconds, your airways open up. And once again, you can breathe. And it's wonderful. Well, I haven't needed that since the brown steroid spray. But the other doctor I see, the doctor for my other thing, the specialist doctor, when I showed this to him, he says, oh, watch your weight with that one. It can make you put on a bit more weight. And I think that is to do with it. I don't know. So the choice is, be fat or breathe. What's it going to be? I think I'm going to have to stop being fat. I think I'm going to have to allow myself to not breathe anymore just to lose the weight. I mean, there's a means to an end here. Or maybe I should go and get bulimia. Has anyone got that who's watching or listening to the show today? Because can I come round and catch that from you, please? I need bulimia. I do need to catch that off someone. Do you catch it from people? Is it like a cold? How does that work? You know, because obviously you catch a cold or flu, someone sneezes. Achoo! Don't you hate that when you're on a bus or a train and someone, achoo! Right in your face. How rude are they? I was working with a singer round about this time last year, and he was in this dressing room. And I'm talking to him, and all of a sudden, like that, he went, no hand over the face, no tissue, nothing, just straight out into the air. And I'm like, oh my God! You know, some of us don't like to be attacked with viruses and bugs like that, please. And I screamed at him, I shouted at him. How can you do that to someone? Sneeze in their face. It's disgusting. But how do you catch bulimia? Do you have to get someone... Does someone have to be sick over you or what? How does that work? Because I'm not sure. I need to catch bulimia. Only for a while, though. Until I need to shift... I would say a stone. All right, I would say a stone and a half. I need to shift about a stone and a half. I'm 13.5. I need to be 12. I need to catch bulimia. Anyone's got bulimia, please come round here and be sick over me, and then I will have it as well, and then I can lose the weight, and we will all be happy again. We will be happy again. Some messages coming in, boys and girls. Merlin says, If you were 48 and he was 32, that would make me a sugar daddy. Oh, not at 32. Come on. They'd have to be much younger than that if I was to be a sugar daddy. Merlin, what are you? I don't want to be that. I'm not a bank, dear. I'm not a bank. Hello to Fag Ash Lil, who writes in this morning. Hi, Chris. Hope you're well. I am well. I'm firing on all this. Look, no cough today. No sneezing. No nothing. Just fat. I don't know what's worse. But I'm breathing fine. I'm running around. I'm full of energy. But I'm fat. Fag Ashley says, hi Chris, hope you're well. I have a small request today. Please can you whisper? Whisper. When have you ever known me to whisper, dear? When have you known me to whisper? I have a terrible hangover. I blame my friend and Sooty and Sweep. They kept me up drinking till 5:30 this morning and I was up again at 10. Was that Mike Cullen keeping you up chatting away all night? It was, wasn't it? She's in love with Mike Cullen. Apparently it's the eyelashes. You know. People walk in the bars, I either look, you know, I look at their chest or maybe their bums as they turned round. I look like a bum. I look about. Fag Ashley looks at eyelashes. It's strange, isn't it? What do you look at when you're looking someone up and down and thinking, oh, that's nice? What do you look at? Do let me know. I have an email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. What do you look for? That first impression. Do you look for someone's eyes? Do you look at their arms, their chest? Something naughty? Do you look at something naughty? Or, like Fashash Lil, do you look at their eyelashes? Do let us know on the email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Mike Cullen. Hello, Mike, who now does a music and chat show on our sister station, You Love It, We Play It Radio. And I'm going to play you a little trial for that. It's a brand new radio station. Music and chat they do there. Personality-led, like this, but with music. Okay, Mike Cullen's doing a show on there. And Mike says, oh, Chris, you've told a white lie. Is that a racist comment? A white lie? Could that be... You know what some people are like? Someone in a council office will have heard that comment and will think that's a racist remark. Someone said white lie. They do, don't they? They pick up on that sort of rubbish. Anyway, Mike says, you've told a white lie. You had some of Suko's cookies. Yes, I did. And how delicious were they, my love? I had 4 of them. And I took the other 4 round to my friend Ronnie's house on Thursday, and I left them on his in his, was it in his fridge? No, on his worktop. Which will upset him because he'll have to clean it now. Ronnie, right, my best mate, he has OCD cleaning problem. Absolutely, yeah, he's always bleaching everything. You know, you're frightened to do anything in the house. If you get up from the chair, he quickly he gets up as well and starts puffing up cushions and pillows. I usually have a little sleep in his bed while he's in the living room while I go round there, because I always have 2 hours in the afternoon. So when I go and see him, I have 2 hours sleep before I go to work. As soon as I get out of the bed, he's straight in the bedroom and starts puffing up pillows and remaking the bed. Seriously. I had a shower there on Thursday after I woke up. I come back out, I was all dressed. He said, have you wiped over the tiles with the towel? And I've said no, and he tutted and then went in there and started doing it himself. I mean, he's moving in here when I'm away to deal with the decorator and all that, right? And this place is going to be spotless. I've given him strict instructions not, under any circumstances at all, to come into the Mirable studio and start doing stuff, because I shall never find anything. It's like having your mother. You know, my dear mother, she's been gone over 10 years now, and I miss her every hour of every day. But she used to move things when I was a child. Where has that pair of socks gone? Where has that toy gone? You know. Oh, I've put it away. Yeah, but where? Where has it gone? They just disappear. My mum was very houseplant, always hoovering. I used to get woken up by the Hoover every morning around about 7:30 before school. Wonderful noise it was, though. I used to like the noise of the Hoover first thing in the morning. And also the bin men, because in those days, where I used to live in Roehampton, we lived in a flat, and the bin men used to come twice a week. Twice a week. I remember that even though they came twice a week, the bin wasn't always full. And towards the end of me living there, around about 1983, I think it was, there always seemed to be so much rubbish. Have you noticed that over the years, how rubbish? We've got more and more rubbish to throw away. Now, outside my house, we got wheelie bins. And often, I now have more rubbish in the recycle bin. That's the one you put cardboard and tins in and paper and all that. There's more in there than there is in the general household rubbish. Where's all this blooming rubbish coming from? It's all packaging. Packaging around, food and what have you. Anyway, back to Mike Cullen. He says, chocolate, the final of the darts is this Sunday. Oh, no point in trying to get hold of Travis Mitchell from You Love It, We Play It Radio, and indeed here on United Kingdom Talk. Because he'll be watching the darts on, when is it, Sunday? God, how boring is that? Darts. Golf, boring. Cricket, boring. Football, boring. Sometimes on a Monday or a Wednesday night, when I do my karaoke in Belushi's, they also show all the sports in there. And sometimes before I start, all the blokes are in there watching football, and you don't dare start while that's on. You've got to wait for the football to finish. We did try once. There was nearly riots in there, dear. Nearly riots. And all these blokes are watching the football, and they keep shouting at the televisions. Like, how can the telly hear what they're shouting? It can't. They are shouting at the televisions. Oh, God! Oh, no! You should have kicked it the other way! I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. But then the girls join in, and there's something very strange about girls shouting obscenities at a football TV screen showing football. It just doesn't quite work, does it? You know what I mean? I'm sorry, ladies. You sit there watching the football and shouting out the same as the man. I mean, it's not very ladylike, is it, dear? Eh? Anyway, Mike goes on to say it's the crowd reactions and the players that are the attraction of football or cricket. I just don't get it, dear. I'm sorry, I don't get it at all. Don't get it. Mike says, you become bulimic through a confidence issue and mental health problems. Oh, well, I've had those for years, you know that. Quite frankly, why the men in white coats haven't taken me away, I don't know. Every day I go downstairs and open the door, wondering if they're going to be there for me, and they're not. Another day on my own. Well, I say on my own. There are the people in my head that talk to me all the time. You know. And if I do something wrong at work, I just say to the manager now, God told me to do it. And he's like, what? God just told me to do this in my head. Mike says, bulimia is a condition which makes yourself sick because the victim thinks and imagines they're too fat. I'm not imagining it, dear. I am. I'm 13 and a half stone nearly. Look, my hand can... I'm not going to show you. My hand can go round my waist and pinch an inch. Look, I'll tell you what. It pinches that much. It's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. Hate it. Got to sort it. It's a condition linked to mental health. So I can't actually go somewhere and catch bulimia from someone. Oh, I am disappointed. I was hoping to catch bulimia. Let's go to the phones. Who's on the phone? Hello? Someone calling in? So I can't actually go somewhere. Who's calling in? Anyone? Oh, I am. Yeah. Who's that?
It's Steve from Brisbane, Australia.
Steve, can you stop your audio stream while you're talking to me?
Hang on a minute.
Okay?
Hang on a minute. Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. Who's that? Steve in?
Oh, blimey, this is breaking up. I don't think this is working.
We can just about hear you.
Sorry?
We can just about hear you.
You can?
Yes?
Oh, really?
Yeah, just about. How are you, Steve? Where are you?
Brisbane, Australia.
Brisbane. Hello, Steve. I know a girl there. What's her name? Mariana. Yeah, I've been to Brisbane. I was there last year.
Who am I speaking to?
Chris.
Oh, you don't sound like Chris.
Oh, do I not? Do I sound different on the Skype?
Yeah, you do. I can barely hear you, actually. I don't know why.
No.
I don't think I've got this set up properly.
Okay, well, not to worry. You can send us a message instead if you want to.
Okay, I might do.
All right, Steve, you're not where the floods are you, mate?
Sorry?
Are you where the floods are?
No. There's no floods here. No.
Oh, lucky, mate. Okay, good luck. Thanks for calling.
I wanted to say something before I go.
Yeah.
You read my son's page thing here, some information on there, and you thought he was reading my information.
Sorry, mate, I can't quite understand what you're saying. Try again.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I might message you.
Yeah, send a message in. We're having trouble hearing you, to be honest. All right, Steve?
Okay, mate.
Okay, good luck, mate. Thank you. There we are, Steve in Queensland. We couldn't quite hear him there, unfortunately. Mike Cullen says, my hands can pinch a foot, never mind an inch. Really? Are you fat as well? What are we going to do? It's the food, isn't it? Is it I don't know what it is. I've never been as heavy as I am now. For a long, long time, I managed to stay round about 11.5, 12 stone, somewhere between that. And now it's 13.5. And to not be able to put on a size 34 pair of shorts is just very, very disturbing indeed. Very disturbing. Merlin says, I can teach you it if you like. What can you teach me? Merlin says, their shoes are the giveaway. What shoes? And then he says, I can teach you if you like. Oh, you can teach me bulimia, can ya? Okay, well, we'll have to have a go at that. I might leave it, Merlin, until I come back off holiday, though. It's very strange. I'm looking at myself in there's a little screen next to me, and it looks like I've got a tan either that or jaundice, one of the two. I look yellow. I have got a colour. Where's this colour come from? I think my body is naturally tanning. Is that possible? That our body is connected to... I always believe, actually, that our body is connected in some way to our mind, you know, and it is preparing for that sunshine in Australia. I look ever so brown today. It's very, very strange. Very strange indeed. Ah, look who it is. Young Jason Allen. Hello, Jason, who says, hi, Chris, just watching the show. Hope you had a good New Year. Yes, we did, Jason. Jason's doing very well, aren't you now? Yes, glad to see you getting on, Jason. Anyway, so that's it, really. I mean, I haven't got another pair of shorts yet. I'm going to have to go in my cupboard and possibly go through some of those. But my favourite shorts, I've got a few pairs of those. Can't get them on anymore. I'm disgusted with myself that it's got to that stage, but there you go. What can you do? Hello to Craig. Hello, Craig, who emails in and says, Craig A here. Hope you're keeping all right. Yes, thank you very much, Craig. Hope you have a lovely holiday. I'm looking forward to seeing all the family. I'm hoping to go away this year, maybe down to Weymouth. Now, I went there, Pontins Holiday Camp in Weymouth. I don't know if it's still there. It's all right, Weymouth. It's my favourite holiday destination here in the UK. I've been going there since I was little with my parents. And we might be going to Skegness for a few days as my uncle has got a caravan up there and we go to the local carnival. Now, I've been to Skegness, a just dreadful place. Oh, no, thank you. I mean, rather, if you like it, Craig, good luck to you. But my sister took me up there. It is just so many people, and I've never seen so many ice cream shops and chip shops next to each other in one place ever anywhere in the world. I mean, talk about over-commercialised. It is horrendous. Skegness, and I never ever want to go there again. The most exciting part of it for me was seeing all those windmills in the sea. You know, they've got the wind turbines in the sea. Skegness, what a dump. I'm sorry. Awful. Awful place. Can't you find somewhere quiet to do, Craig? There's some nice quiet places. Go down south. There's a nice place called Hove. Now, Fag Ash Lil lives in Hove. And that's quite nice. It's quiet and there's not too many machines. I have to say, even Brighton itself is nowhere near as commercialised as Skegness is. It's a horrible, horrible place. And the donkeys, I felt so sorry for those donkeys wandering around, not knowing where they were going, dear. Oh, those poor donkeys. They look so sad, don't they? Why do donkeys look sad? I'm not surprised carrying people like my sister on their backs. God's sake. Poor legs were buckling under the weight. They really were. Craig says, we've got a few carnivals, which me, my mum, Chris and my uncle Paul regularly do each year to raise money for charity. Excellent. I've taken a bit of time off from Castlemead Radio, which is a hospital station that Craig works on. Hospital radio stations, fantastic thing to do. Wonderful, because you're bringing pleasure to people who are, not very well. I think hospital, some people on, high up, I say high up, some people on FM stations look down their nose at people on hospital radio, and you don't need to take any notice of that, Craig. You're doing a wonderful job. Hospital radio, fantastic service they provide to patients. Wonderful. Top marks. I'm thinking of a new style of radio show for their hospital and maybe having a co-presenter. Once again, take care, Chris. Have a good holiday. All the best from Craig Adams in Hinckley. So thank you very much for that, Craig. Always nice to hear from you, sir. Mike says, Hove was quiet until Fag Ashlil moved in. Oh, I don't know about that. I reckon Fag Ashlil, she's probably not as she makes out. I reckon she's a really rich old bird. You know the sort. She's got all the money stuffed under the mattress. That's got to be Fag Ashlil, I reckon. In fact, she's just sent a message. She says, as much as I do love Mike, shh, don't tell him, but I spent the night with a different man last night, and it's Suko who loves Mike's lashes. I'm more into the eyes myself, and if you want to see how fat Mike is, look at the second clip I posted on his Facebook. I'm sure it was him. Oh, let's have a quick look at that then. Mike Cullen's Facebook. Let's have a look. Hang on. She's posted a second clip. He's old Mike Cullens. He's got a new photo on there as well. That's a strange way to be. That's a strange pose you've got there, Mike. Haven't you got a... I bet your neck was crooked after that, weren't it? Dear me, he's got his neck twisted round. That must have been a very painful photograph, that. Oh, there's a picture of... Is that Merlin there? Oh, hello, Merlin. Oh. Oh, Merlin. How old are you then? Oh, let me just check. Actually, I think you'll do me, Merlin, actually. Let's have a look how old he is. He might, I don't know, he might be a bit too young. Let's have a look. Doesn't say. Oh, you've hidden your age, you naughty person. How old are you, Merlin? Are you interested in someone just a touch a little bit older? I'm not 48 yet. That's not till February. February the 5th. Do start sending in your presents now, please. Eh? Oh, 22! Oh, no, I'm twice your age. No, we can't have any of that. No! I mean, if I took you into church while I was playing the organ, dear, the old dears would have a go at me for that. No, we can't have you. I'm sorry, Merlin. Too young, dear. But very good looking, Merlin. Where are you? Have you got a bit of a tan there, a bit of dark skin? Where are your parents from? No, actually, probably not your parents. Your grandparents. You've been here a while, haven't you, you lot? Have you got... Oh, that's a... Oh, I like... Merlin, I like the picture of you with the... I'll make a comment. PHWOOOR. There you go. I've made a comment on one of your photographs. That's my favourite photo of yours. You're wearing a black jacket, black tie, white open shirt, and you're slightly unshaven, looking with puppy dog eyes at the camera, aren't you? Oh, you could get anything with those eyes, I'm telling you that now. I was in Wales. What part of Wales? I did go out with someone in Wales about 10 years ago. He was in Newport. Rough old place, that. Oh, that was rough. I mean, you imagine putting Newport and Skegness together, then you've got, you know, I mean, it would just be a nightmare going somewhere like that. Merlin. By the way, love your name. Do you know Merlin is my favourite programme on the telly? Although it's not on at the moment. He was born in Cardiff, ran away to lose the Welsh accent, got away with it, and now I hide in the southwest. What part of the southwest are you in then? Hello to Phil Huckley. Hello, Phil, who says, I'm watching darts. I'll have to catch up later. Oh, you're not watching the darts. Well, you don't need the sound on. Surely you don't need the sound on. That's the other thing with people watching sports, right? Why do they need the sound on? Why do they need a commentator telling them what they can see in front of their very own eyes? Don't get that at all. Come on, Phil. Phil's in Hoddesdon. Turn it off, because this is the last you're going to see from me for about 4 weeks. I'm actually back on... Actually, I think it's my birthday. Am I back on my birthday? Yes, I am. I'm back on Saturday the 5th of February, okay? Saturday the 5th of February. Oh, near Weymouth. Yes, Weymouth. Is that near... Do you still have a Pontins in Weymouth? There used to be a Pontins, didn't there? Right, have we done... Mike Cullen reckons Fag Ashley must be rich to buy all that beer. Yeah, she does like a drink, our Lil. I don't know. Does she get abusive? Is she one of those... Is she one of those people who gets abusive when she's had a few beers? Eh? Merlin used to work there as a holiday camp entertainer. Do you know, it's one thing I always wanted to do, become a blue coat at Pontins. Never got around to it. The trouble is these jobs are extremely badly paid, working in holiday camps and all that, and that's why I never did it. I always said maybe I'd do it when I'm a bit older and I've got a bit of money behind me, but I don't know. I don't know. Apparently Fag Ashley knocks Mike Cullen around. Did you know that? Anyway, can I give you the email address of the show again? Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Steve in Australia, if you're still with us, send us your email through quickly and then I can read that out, okay? I do have Skype as well. My Skype username is all one word, United Kingdom Radio. United Kingdom Radio is the Skype username. And there is a phone-in number as well. Please only use the Skype if you're watching live. So check your clock. It's coming up to 13 minutes to 4 on January the 8th, Saturday, January the 8th, 2011. If that's the time where you are now, then you are indeed with us live. Okay? Some emails. Hello to Millie in Minnesota, who writes, I'm glad to hear that Ron is now better. Yes, he's much better now. Completely recovered. Once again, he's become a pain in the butt. Absolutely. I can so relate to how frightened he was because he had the flu recently. Nasty. Ended up in hospital. Nasty, nasty flu. Because back in 1998, I had a scare like he did, only in my case, it was a cancer scare. Thankfully, it turned out to be negative for cancer, but the time leading up to the biopsy and then waiting time for the results was one of the most terrifying things I've ever been through. I'm now back from seeing my uncle, and I'm glad I went, but it was very difficult for me to see with the condition he's in. He is, in fact, dying, unfortunately. That being said, though, I'm glad I went because I did have the opportunity to say goodbye and to thank him for all the help he gave me over the years, even though my words didn't connect with him. I wouldn't be so sure at that, Millie. I think we do get to a state where perhaps we can't answer, or it looks like we don't know what's going on. But often your words do go into that head. They do go in. She says, at least I can feel a bit more at ease because there was nothing left unsaid. My aunt has now decided to let things take their own course, so I definitely made the correct decision taking the trip when I did. If I haven't said it before, your support has been and continues to be a good help. So thank you for that. And that's from lovely Millie, okay? So, you know, Millie, if you can get to your uncle, I don't know, I know he can't talk, but even perhaps if you could ring him, maybe ring him, and someone could put the phone next to his head, and that would be a nice thing. Always, just because you don't think someone in a hospital bed can hear you, You, indeed the doctors, might be wrong. Maybe they can actually hear, but they can't respond. Isn't it better to try than not to? All right. Thanks for the email, Millie. Hello to James, one of our newer regular correspondents on the show, who writes, Hi, Chris. Heard a podcast with you talking about Arnie Schwarzenegger. I heard he wants to become president. God help us. Or wants to move up the political ladder. I can't see Arnie going into a Disney film, as he will always be remembered for an action hero. Do you know what? I think I would make a good action hero, don't you? I can see myself being the new Wonder Woman. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da! Bum, 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 bum. Wonder Woman! Turns around quickly. There we are. I could be the new Wonder Woman, I reckon. She was good, weren't she? Knocking off those bullets with her wrists. Can that actually happen? She says there were a lot of good programmes on a very few years ago, like Minder and The Sweeney. I remember those, James. Telly doesn't seem to be the same anymore, and there are many factors that have changed television. Yeah, I mean, it's true. We had some quite good. I mean, I was disappointed Christmas Day, actually, with the television. But there were a few programmes on around that period, the best of which I thought was the remake of Upstairs, Downstairs. There were 3 of those programmes. Oh, just fantastic. Really, really good drama from the BBC. Upstairs, Downstairs. Fantastic. And I hope that we're going to get a TV series out of that. I really do. James says, as for BT engineers, I got the impression that they are self-employed. Now, you may well be right, actually. I don't know how it works anymore. Because we were talking on a previous show about how different it is now getting a job than it was when I was a child. You would just walk into a shop or a company. Have you got any jobs? Yeah, fill out that form and that's it. Now it's all CVs and apply online, and it's just not the same. Very difficult. James says, I've had no phone line or broadband for the last 5 days. I rang the BT Faults department on my mobile, and they said they will hand the job over to another company called BT Open Reach. And I think they might be self-employed now that I know you were talking about that. The job market has changed so much over the years, it's hard to keep up. Yes, as I say, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to apply for a job now. I wouldn't. I'm self-employed. I do DJing and karaoke for my wages. But how, and I did reapply to BT a couple of years ago. And it was all online. No form comes through the post or anything like that. It's all very strange indeed. Very, very strange indeed how it all works. James also says, I agree that Boris Johnson is a character. Yeah, I quite like him. And he says, but isn't there many characters in Parliament past and present? Yes, there is. Hope the German bloke has a nice time going to Australia. I think someone called in the other show. Mind you, with the floods, wouldn't it be a bit difficult? No, the floods are only in one area, Queensland, which is enormous. Queensland is an enormous area. But that's where the floods are. It's not all over across the whole country. And he says, mind you, we had some weird and wonderful weather here recently, as well as the United States of America. Makes you wonder if climate change is ringing out true and if we can do anything to stop it. I wonder if the VAT increase will help. No, that's not going to help climate change, is it? Dear. And he also writes, I had no phone or internet for 5 days due to someone with a swag bag running off with telephone cables and disconnecting everyone in my area. Well, someone nicked the cables. I mean, what people need... You see, the trouble is a lot of these cables with copper in wire is a very expensive commodity and is worth a lot of money. You get quite a lot of money for scrap copper, so that's why they've done it. He says, I've noticed some changes. Has Mike Cullen going to do shows along with Zach and Martin? No, Mike's not here anymore. He's now doing a show on You Love It, We Play It Radio, a music show. You might want to have a look on there. Okay. I hope United Kingdom Radio continues on. Hopefully I've now caught up with your podcast. So thanks for that, James. How are we doing on time? Okay, as I mentioned to you, there's a brand new radio station, music and chat radio, called You Love It, We Play It Radio. Here's something all about that.
United Kingdom Radio have teamed up with a brand new online internet radio music service called You Love It, We Play It, aimed at the over 25s and featuring some presenters that present right here on United Kingdom Radio. So if you've had enough of all that thank you, Chaz and Dave, then try our brand new music service at www.youloveitweplayit.com.
All right, You Love It, We Play It. You Love It, We Play It Radio. Long. I hate the title. I told him I hated the title, but what do I know? I know nothing. I know nothing at all. Give it a go. You Love It, We Play It Radio. Was it .com? Oh, have another listen. I can't remember now.
United Kingdom Radio have teamed up with a brand new online internet radio music service called You Love It, We Play It, aimed at the over 25s and featuring some presenters that present right here on United Kingdom Radio. So if you've had enough of all that thank you, Chaz and Dave, then try our brand new music service at www.youloveitweplayit.com.
There you go, You Love It, We Play It.com. I don't know what they mean by rabbit. I have hardly said a word since I've been here since 3 o'clock, dear. Hardly said a word. Okay, over to Australia. There he is, Steve in Brisbane, who says, hi, Chris, sorry about the Skype. No, don't worry about it. It doesn't always work, Skype. It's fairly good, but sometimes, I've noticed in particular the calls to Australia for some reason are often a little bit dicey. Don't worry. He says, I've never used it before. Looks like I haven't set it up properly. Well, have another go. I just wanted to say thank you for reading out my first time message to you. That was really cool. I do have other stuff to tell you, but your time is about to run out, so I'll message you next time about that. Until then, have a good one. Well, you'll have to wait a little bit long, Steve, I'm afraid, because I'm away now. Over to Australia, actually, until the 3rd of February. And when I come back, my whole house will be... 3 rooms, okay? 3 rooms will be decorated. My mate's moving in and looking after all that, and I'm very, very happy. So, Steve, I'll speak to you then, okay? Hello to Merlin. Oh, who tells me it's .com. Yeah, it's .com. You Love It, We Play It.com. You Love It, We Play It.com. Wayne, hello Wayne, haven't heard from you for a while, who says, 4 weeks, have a good time, Chris, we'll miss you. I will miss you too, lovey. I will miss you, I will. You don't have that long black curly hair for Wonder Woman. Well, I could wear a wig. Any comments on men that wear wigs at all? No? What about wrapping up and being super gran? Super gran? How dare you? I'm not that old, am I? No grey hair yet. I have had my hair cut ready for the holiday, incidentally. Looking quite butch. Very, very short indeed. Very, very short indeed, the hair. All right. Am I doing any shows from Australia? No. No, I won't be doing any shows from Australia, okay? Let's have a look. Any others coming in here quickly? Fag Ashley says, I'm a lady. I know you're a lady. All that I will say, if his mic goes missing... Well, I have 2 good alibis. Either I'm tuned into United Kingdom Radio or asleep. Hope you have a great holiday. Yeah, I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to my little holiday over there. Okay, I was going to tell you. One thing I won't be doing, because it'll be too hot anywhere, again, will be ice skating. Boys and girls, just before Christmas, I must tell you this, I did go ice skating. Now, my friend Wayne... around the Christmas period, they open like a temporary ice skating rink in Somerset House, which is like quite an important building, right next to Waterloo Bridge in London. And you go ice skating, and it's outdoors, and it's all very nice and all very Christmassy and wintry. You know what I mean? It's sort of a nice thing. Although I must say I've never really had any interest. Now, I used to do some ice skating when I was in the Scouts years ago, like when I was 16, so 16, 26, 36, 46, 31 years ago or so. I did do a little bit of ice skating there, and I haven't done it since. Anyway, my friend Wayne, the one who used to be a butler, he runs a posh house now in with offices in central London near St Paul's Cathedral, actually. He got these 2 ice skating tickets, happily informed me that we were going skating, and I've really no intention of doing this. Anyway, so it came to the day, and I kept trying, can I think of an excuse not to go? And I thought, no, once I say I'm going to be somewhere, I will turn up, always. Absolutely. I'm not perhaps very good at some of the things I do, but I will always be there if I say I'm going to be there. And so we went down to his house on this day, and we got on this ice skating rink. It's all very well set up, I have to say, and it all works very well. Temporary hut where you go and get your boots and all that. Nice customers and staff and what have you. Anyway, so the doors are closed, and then one lock come off, and then this machine goes on. It's like a big lorry, goes around the ice, making it all flat again and sucking off all the water, or whatever it does. And then these doors opened, and I got on there. Oh God! I mean, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. So please, boys and girls, if you're ever thinking of taking me for a date, please do not let it be ice skating. I've no intention of ice skating, all right? Time for me to go. Do try one of my non-stop music mixes. They're available, 80p. You can find those at chrisreardonshow.co.uk. chrisreardonshow.co.uk. You can email me while I'm on holiday if you want to. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Time for me to go. Thank you very much for all your lovely holiday messages. I'll see you back here on Saturday the 5th of February 2011. All right, Saturday the 5th of February 2011. Tom Harris is with you after the 4 o'clock news. Bye bye now.